with this sweet lady. But there's something that I must share first, if you don't mind. The bracelet, the Connemara marble, oh, thank you. The bracelet that we had earlier with Stephen Walsh has sold out. So thank you very much for your orders on that. And I bring it up because we now have more jewelry.
Yes.
And this is a really special design. I'd never seen anything like it. Sinead Flood is our guest with Solvar, and you bring this special piece to us.
Yes.
I'm excited for her to tell you about the inspiration and what makes this so unique, including how it was made. But this is the first day that we've presented this piece at a clearance price of $37.56. And I'm just going to give you a look. Like, this is made up of 3 scenes that all nest together to give you one incredibly unique look in a pendant, where you've got a choice here. So you're looking right now at the Dublin pendant, but then we also have it next to, here it is in the New York. And let me give you a look at see how that comes together? We're more limited there in the New York. Your easy payment is $6.26. This is a really cool piece. Feels very modern to me, Sinead. Tell us about the concept here, and then we'll talk about how it was made.
Okay, so the company is 78 years old, and I work for 3rd generation. I did work for 2nd generation, and he's semi-retired now, and I work for the son Marcus. And Marcus is really our man who has a very keen eye for good design and different style products. And so he called me and he said, I've really come up with a different idea. I don't know what you're going to think of it. Is there any chance you could swing by the office, because sometimes I don't work a full week? And he came in and he said, can you come in and take a look at it and tell me what your thoughts are? And he showed it to me, and I said, oh, that's kind of interesting. Yeah. I said, yeah, but it's lacking something. And he said, okay, well, let's do a 2 and a 3 layer.
Oh, wow.
And he has never seen this jewellery done anywhere else layered like this, and we don't make it for any of our other customers in Ireland. We've only made it for QVC, but it is really special. I don't know if you'll be able to see, but it's got a movement on it, and there are 3 very fine layers of sterling silver, and the top layer is actually gold plated, and each 3 layers tell a different story. So we decided to pick Ireland as one of our stories, but of course, because we're celebrating Ireland. And the other one, we picked New York.
Do you mind if we talk about the New York pendant first and the 3 scenes, because that is going very quickly. I think the New York is here, and we only have 250 left in the New York. So would you separate those rings out, Sinead,
Yes.
and tell me what you've done in each scene?
Oh, excuse me, sorry. Okay, so, excuse me now, I'm not as...
No, you're fine. So the front scene?
Front scene is Brooklyn Bridge, and then the second scene is the Statue of Liberty and the Empire State Building, and then the back scene is Chrysler Building and One World. And so when you let it go, it layers on top of each other. Now, the reason why we actually picked New York was because of the emigration of the Irish. And in the Easter Rising, a lot of men left Ireland to flee the English, and they ended up in New York, and they started working in all of the buildings. So an awful lot of Irish would have built, especially Empire State Building, and that actually was the first foundation was laid on St. Patrick's Day. And so we wanted to celebrate the Irish helping to build New York and to build America, because there are so many Irish in America.
Sinead, we now only have 150 in the New York choice, and then it's gone. And so I think you love the idea of this piece. It is incredibly unique. And so you want that scene, you're getting it now at a better price. It's never been on the air for $37.56. That easy payment of $6.26 is available today as well because of our special event. This is $42 off, but this is still designer jewelry. This is still top quality. Don't let that clearance price be indicative of anything, because candidly, I think this is one of the neatest pieces of jewelry that we have at QVC. And I'm talking about not just on this day, but in these 16,000 plus pieces of jewelry in our assortment. I think this is one of the most unusual. And now you get a close look. So remember that idea of the 3 scenes. The top is done in an 18 karat yellow gold plated sterling silver. And then the other 2 are done in sterling silver. So is the chain. But they all nest in together. Like, they don't cover up what's happening behind.
No.
And it just, there's this
It's
harmony.
like a 3D.
So what are the 3 scenes on the Dublin
Okay,
pendant?
so I wanted to help people to visualize. So actually the top layer is our halfpenny bridge, halfpenny bridge, as my mother would have told me.
Our New York pendant has now sold out. Okay.
Okay.
Let's talk Dublin.
Okay, so our Dublin one was the first piece we decided to put on the top was the halfpenny bridge, because we put the Brooklyn Bridge on the front of the New York one. The halfpenny bridge connects north side of Dublin to south side of Dublin, and any of you who would have visited Dublin would know there's kind of a bit of a rivalry between the 2 sides. My mum, God bless her, when she was alive, always talked, when she was a child, crossing the north side to the south side and having to pay a halfpenny to get across the bridge. So it's a very famous landmark in Dublin, and I would cross it on a regular basis. The second one is our Molly Malone. Molly Malone, she's a very famous song. As she wheeled her wheelbarrows to streets. Anyway.
I think Michael was singing it earlier with
Was
his
he?
Bodhran drum.
I can't believe I just sang that.
I love it
I've
that
gone
you did.
mad.
It was cute.
Anyway, poor Molly has been wheeled around Dublin a lot lately because she's been moved around, because we've got a new tram system being laid in Dublin, so they've had to move her around to accommodate.
She was
the
a real
tram system.
person.
She was a real lady, and she was a fishmonger, and so she's very popular with the tourists. Really popular. Everybody comes to see her.
And that's your second scene.
That's our
in your
second
pendant.
scene. And then this is the Cliffs of Moher. My father used to always call this as the 7th wonder of the world, but of course we know it's not, but it is very special, and it's in County Clare.
The pendant itself is 1 inch in diameter, and the chain is 18 inches. If you'd like to gift it, it does come boxed. And yes, it was made in Ireland. 700 orders placed for this pendant. We've lost New York. The Dublin choice, we have 300 now left. First day presented on clearance for $37.56, and then on Easy Pay for $6.26. If you would like to have it, let us know. Congratulations if you got this bracelet.